Alright, here we go. And we are moving. So as you can see, actually, this is a very nice broken up planet. You've got a continent here and another continent. So 2 continents and quite a bit of metal. So it's going to be interesting where these players choose to go. And here they come. And they are both on different continents. The commander very close to being in the lava. And let's see, hopefully he's not stuck there. Black getting on building, and so is blue. Both players are getting on. Apparently he went black. Let me quickly change that here to reflect the fact that he is black. Alright, there we go. That did not work out as well as I thought. Alright, so black is going ahead and he's got a bot fabricator out. Actually, both players went bots to start with. It looks like that black will be going for metal and a lot more bot factories, which actually aren't that important unless you build a teleporter up here and use it to get onto this landmass. Air will be a much more important component in this battle. Another bot fabricator coming out here for blue. Blue is starting to get to work on grabbing mechs, and his commander has gone ahead and gotten 2 power generators out. As we can see here, black is actually ahead in metal power. Dox is now swarming around, probably going to go ahead and take a look for his opponent on this continent, but he will not find them here because his opponent is over here. Both players have a little bit of time to go ahead and just build up before they find each other. Neither is going air. Actually, blue is going air now, and if he gets some air scouts out, he'll be able to find out that black is on this other continent, and that will give him a great advantage because he can then start building a teleporter or something off in these far reaches and sending troops through for an incursion against black. Black having a radar up now, but that's not going to help him too much because there are no enemy units to be found. If he had any sort of long-range units, they might be able to scout and see this base over here. But because he's using docks, they will probably not give him enough range. They might be able to if they get right in here. But I don't think he's going to get them that close. Radar going up here. And I think it's completed within the next minute. Blue is going to see all of black's units right there, and he will have a great idea where black is. Both players heavily going bots at this moment. Now, right now, bots are actually pretty good all around units. They're good at harassment and also at anti-air. In large enough mass, they can take down most bomber harassments that people throw at them. Black finally getting on air. He's going to need to scout to be able to tell where his opponent is. Radar up for blue, and blue knows that black is on the other continent at this time, and he's going to have to be watchful. Black still no clue where blue is at this time. He hasn't scouted down here, so he still has no idea whether blue may be on the same continent or a different one. Bombers coming up and fighters here for blue, and hopefully he'll use them to get over here and start destroying some of black's base. Black's base is really open at this moment. He's actually finally getting up fabrication aircraft, and hopefully we'll see those being used to go ahead and pop down a teleporter here, and probably a teleporter up here or something. Start a base on the other side, and go ahead and start an incursion into blue's base right here. But both players mainly building up at this time, and unless black goes for a teleporter, all of these units are going to be wasted. Black in the red at this moment. He needs to get some more power going. He only has 1 power generator, no, 2 power generators at this moment. That is not enough to run all of these factories that he has. He's going to need to get more up. He also only has 2 fabricators and an air fabricator. So if he could get a bomber over there, destroy these fabricators, that would really, really hurt black's economy and expansion ability. Or if he destroyed either of these power generators, that would really also hurt Black. Black is also floating metal. He can't use all of the metal he's got. And that is not a good thing, because power is his main restriction at this time. Commander finally getting on building power. Blue has fighters up, quite a good number of fighters. He's actually building more and more. And here we go. Engineer destroyed. Those bombers come in and take down that engineer and allow Black to take a moment and reflect on the sad thing that he just did. Only building one. In comes fighters. They're going to take out all those bombers. Blue should have left a fighter escort with them, and they were destroyed there. And actually fire comes in, destroys that air fabricator. Teleporter going up for Black. Hopefully Black will toss down a teleporter somewhere. No other teleporters at this time by Black. Hopefully we'll see him put to good use. Finally getting some vehicles mixed in there, including Infernos and Bolos. Another air factory coming up as well, since he just lost that air war. He's going to have to be mindful. Let's take a look here. Still no incursion onto this side by Black. Black and Blue just sort of sitting it down, holding it tight. All of these units are primed and ready to go through that teleporter as soon as it activates, but it's yet to activate. And hopefully we'll see it soon. Air factory up now. Lots of air factories actually going up for Black. He's really going to be pushing on this. Really wants to be taking down Blue. But still nothing going on. No air fabricators or anything. An air fabricator could easily sneak over here and go ahead and break his way into this place. But it seems like that he's decided not to at this time. Instead, opting to go ahead and wait it out. Black just sitting around getting a few more units out. Looks like he's halted most of his factories for some reason. He's got power, but it looks like this is going to turn into air wars, which is sort of a sad sight to see, because he's got so many units that he put together, and he tossed some air defense units in there, mainly spinners. He could pop them right out over here and just run them straight into the base. There are very few actual units here, and it looks like that commander halted working on that tree. It's now starting to degenerate. Commander instead ignoring it, going on past it. I'm not exactly sure what that commander's doing. Looks like he might have gotten stuck or something and wasn't actually building it. Lots of fighters coming forwards now for Black. Black building a ton of fighters. And now he's in the red for energy again. He just needs to keep on building power. All those air factories are really starting to burn into his economy. Blue not really expanding at all. And okay, now we'll see that factory completed before it fully degenerates, which is a good thing to see. Bombers coming forwards. Lots of bombers coming forwards here. You can see them all amassing. Quite a few fighters as well. And this game's just a giant waiting time. As you can see here, comparatively, Ben has way more units. He's got 195 units, while JTM only has 98. And that's steadily going up. In economy, both players' economies are now pretty stable. A little going on with Black's economy, but he should be fine. Advanced air factory coming down now for black. Finally, it looks like things might be starting to change. Blue has not been at all going for advanced, and if black can get advanced up, he will greatly improve his chances of winning this game through an air force. Still, it is sad to see all of these units going to waste. More bombers and fighters coming out now, and actually I would say all of those fighters here from black may outnumber those fighters at blue, but if blue pulls them all together and goes straight for that commander, he would be able to go ahead and probably get a snipe with all of those bombers. But it looks like he's not. I'm not actually sure what he's doing at this time with all of those units. And that air factory is 40% complete. Slowly moving upwards. Commander moving forwards, hopefully to help build that air factory. Otherwise, this is going to be a very long game. We're already at 12 minutes now, and things do not seem to be changing. Both players still moving on air. Blue expanding a little bit more. Black going ahead and searching around. Ping went out and not seeing where it went. Looks like a teleporter going to be going down here soon, which is actually really nice to see finally. As I've been saying, all of these units could have been already marching into Blue's base a long time ago before too many more units were made, but that's okay. Going to see quite a bit going on. Blue still just building up units, and as soon as he discovers that he's actually under attack from land on his own area, he's really going to have to worry. He has no protection other than these bombers and these few units here that he's just been building up. And if Black can pull all of his fighters together, he should actually be able to get in here and wipe out all of those bombers and all of those fighters. Advanced air factory finally going down for Blue. Looks like he's just finally catching up to Black. Advanced air fabricator coming out for Black, and actually if Black puts a Hulkins or something down here, or a catapult, it'll actually start bombarding all of these. And actually normal artillery, a pelter, should have been able to actually hit most of this at this time. So he could have just tossed down 6 or 7 anti-air turrets here, and then gone ahead and tossed down a pelter or two, and he'd actually have been able to start bombarding all of this quite a while ago. But it looks like these players have decided not to. In comes the Dachshund! We're going to go ahead and let's take a look as they come. Just going ahead and destroying things as they come. Blue's going to have to pay attention here, otherwise he's going to lose all of these mexes. These units just going ahead and staying near the lava, joining up together. Fighters flying above them just in case any bombers come forwards. Moving quickly over here to the base. No units coming forwards here, just more bot turrets actually. In comes the Dachshund, destroying more and more. And fighter movement is detected. They're moving and they're going not towards these docks. Incoming. In comes these bombers, but they're being hit by these fighters. And those fighters are actually going to be taken down pretty quickly here. But these Dachshunds have survived quite well. And there it goes. All of those. Blue mainly wins this engagement just because of superior force numbers. But that really disrupted things. Here in Blue's base, you can see all of these mechs that were lost big disruption. And actually, if Black just keeps on sending troops through, if he can keep his power going, he'll be doing very, very well. Advanced power generators being set up to be built. Units trying to go through that teleporter, but not quite making it through. Blue is now in the red for Max. And those docks that are just continuously incoming get taken down really easily. Another group of docks. He's actually probably wants to hold them back so that he can get more, because there's a lot of docks right here. And a lot of air units as well. Large fighter group coming in, and here we go. Just running through all of those bombers, really doing a lot to mess them up. All of those bombers get taken down. And actually, if he had some bombers, it'd be really useful to just throw them into the mix. But it looks like he doesn't, and those docks are going to come to blows at this time. Let's go ahead and here they come. Nice explosion going on. Lots of destruction. And Black loses this engagement to Blue. Zooming back out here. Black's going to need a lot more troops to go ahead and start this incursion. He's already got some Hornets out, and that's actually going to be a lot of help for him. He's stabilized his energy economy, it looks like, for the most part. Now he's just having some issues with metal, but that's not too bad. He's getting advanced metal at this time. And still needs to expand over the rest of this continent. Almost up with another advanced energy plant. Looks like he's stopped. He's just going to go ahead and go for Hornets probably, it looks like, at this time. He's got air superiority, so he shouldn't be too worried about having to deal with his opponent. At least in air. At this time, it'd be best for Blue to start rebuilding and to go ahead and get a much stronger military force. But it looks like both players are going to ignore ground for the most part and just go ahead for air. 5 Hornets up now for Black. Hopefully we'll see some more here. And an attack, hopefully. Blue working on getting out Kestrels, which isn't the best idea because he does not have air superiority. Those Kestrels will be eaten up by all of those fighters. They do not have anti-air capability, so they cannot fight back. So if you do not have air control, then it will be a big loss to him. And it looks like more metal is what Black wants. He's working on getting more metal. And he's not really using area commands too much to go ahead and select all of these metal extractors. He's just doing 1 or 2 at a time, which actually loses you precious seconds that you could be doing fighting your opponent and attacking them. But at least for this game, taking a direct hits to your opponent doesn't seem to be too much worries for either of these players. They're taking it very slow, which often tells me that neither of them are too veteran players. They're pretty green players. If you've spent any time watching competitive PA play, you will know that aggressiveness is the foundation, the very foundation of what PA is. And if you aren't aggressive, then you will lose unless your opponent's not aggressive either. Hornets coming in, taking on that commander. Commander is taken down by Black. Let's go ahead and go back a second here. I just want to rewind that. So, as we can see, we see all these fighters coming in. You see all these fighters coming in, and they're going ahead and they're going to take the hits from any anti-air, just flying over the commander, keeping him busy as those Hornets come in and just start devastating the commander's health. Commander is quickly taken down. And that is it for this round 1. Very nice ending there. Very slow game, to say the least.